Everybody. I wrote this today and I love everybody. You're amazing. Love loves deceit in what is yet to come. We all, me, myself, and I included, often totally miss the point. This time we go sublime, lovers entwined, divine, divine. Love is danger, love is pleasure, love is pure, the only treasure. Power of love, Frankie goes to Hollywood. To everything there's a season, and a time for every purpose under the heaven. A time to be born and a time to die. A time to plant and a time to pluck that which is planted. A time to kill and a time to heal. A time to break down and a time to build up. A time to weep and a time to laugh. A time to mourn and a time to dance. A time to cast away stones. And a time to gather stones together. A time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing. A time to get and a time to lose. A time to keep and a time to cast away. A time to rend and a time to sue. A time to keep silence and a time to speak. A time to love and a time to hate. A time of war and a time of peace. Ecclesiastes 31:13. Love will take you through thorns, and life will leave you bruises. No matter how hard you try to avoid pain and suffering, and no matter how hard you try to avoid life, it's not divine punishment, strictly speaking. It's not even a lesson, though you can learn from it. It is neither a problem to be solved, as our overactive minds would often want us to believe, nor is it some special part of your soul mission to inflame journey or pseudo-spiritual mashups that many will charge you far more than you can afford for, to pontificate upon. And it'll cost you more than just money. It'll cost you time, tears, deluded, guilt-ridden people walking in circles that lead nowhere and are a dead end, or worse, a circular dead end. Go figure that. The whole shebang about love and grief is, strictly speaking, not even a part of some divine plan. At least not in a way our minds would like to imagine. It's consciousness exploring itself for the sheer joy of expansion as the architecture of the universe. The whiplash of desire, grief, love, and loss, and the rainbow of emotions you can't even name. For our languages do not have names for them, and even if they would, the shoe would not fit. The description would miss the point. It is, for lack of a better word, nature, and the cosmic tune that is played for the sheer beauty of the symphony. And the little human plans of mice and men often go awry, and are just misnomers, misrepresentations, foolish attempts to catch the ray of sun in a bottle and keep it hidden like a prisoner. A cosmic, darkish, warlike spell trying to capture a soul in a glass, which always backfires, because as the great cosmic drama has already been written. And all that the enemy can do, and we mostly do it to ourselves, is to create illusion and delusion, distorted copies of a copy of a copy of a copy of a copy, and sell it to humans who are so devoid of love, so lacking in wisdom, and so desperate for fresh water, they'll eat sand, if the water is nowhere to be found. The mother snake old sellers, with all the respect to snakes, and even the old sellers, are massive marketers of deceit, and markers of deceit, and they will sell love and war in the same breath. Under the guise of holiness, guide desperate, traumatized souls astray. So, coming back to love, what is it? A lived experience, the breath and the breath, an infinitesimal blink of the goddess that reflects that which she has for a split second beheld and was beholden to as she smiles upon you. It is a reflection of reflection of reflection, for even attempting to stare at the sun of suns would make us blind and mad and dissolve us into the world of light. So even finding a shadow, a pale reflection of that great thing we dare name love, is more than enough to keep us melting and drowning in the oceans of love. Let the mystery of love melt on our tongue for at least a few thousand million eons of eternity. And what better place to start than one's own soul? Remember to kiss your soul, mate. Good night. As you lean into the arms of the beloved, leaning sideways into the light as the ancient ones dared. Embracing an inner summer, even and especially in the midst of a long winter. The magic enveloping us in a gentle bubble. It will offer a crystalline purity, holding the fire of love, going to the dark night that cannot be avoided, must be faced with courage, faith, and charity, especially for and to those less fortunate than ourselves. And that will bring us closer to love than we could ever come in our navel-gazing, mind-made, deceitful spiritual philosophy that have caused more harm than 1,000 moralics chanting curses for eternity. And yet, the most dangerous curse is the one we put on ourselves, in our own ignorance and arrogance. We fall prey to self-deceit, and if there's one prayer a supplication for the Almighty I would have, it would be, save me from the deceit that I'm unable to see, with the grace of your love, if it be your will. Love you, everybody. Keep following love. See what it gets you.